Nikki Haley's presidential hopes have become a pipe dream. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to UnwokeThoughts. Tonight, we are talking about my favorite presidential candidate, Nimrata Haley, the one who has secret rendezvous in the back of her Escalade in the parking lot of restaurants. Yes, her hopes for winning the New Hampshire primaries are completely in the gutter. They are dashed. Even CNN has to admit that Nikki Haley has absolutely zero chance. This is a headline from CNN. CNN poll: Trump's lead over Nikki Haley widens to double digits in New Hampshire. So Donald Trump, of course, we all know that. We all know that Trump's popularity is bigger than ever. Everyone loves Donald Trump. Everyone knows that he is going to be the nominee. Ben Shapiro, he was a Ron DeSantis supporter. His entire campaign has come out and said, hey, listen, all these Republicans need to get behind Trump because he's the only one that can beat the Democrats. And Trump has actually come out and said he doesn't think Joe Biden is going to even run. So I don't even know what's going to happen. I don't know. Is Trump just going to be going to just waltz into the office, not running against Joe Biden? Who is going to run as the Democrats nominee? Nobody knows. As far as we know right now, it's Joe Biden, but I don't think anyone actually believes that Joe Biden is going to be running for the Democrat nomination because, I mean, come on. We got to all see the writing on the wall. Joe Biden is old, frail, senile. His mind is slipping. He can't walk upstairs. For him to survive another presidential term it just doesn't seem like that's reality whatsoever. But back to Nikki Haley, I digress. Yes, she is in the gutters. No way she's going to win New Hampshire, but perhaps it's because she says stuff like this.
We were the only Indian family in our small southern town. I was teased every day for being brown. So anyone that wants to question it can go back and look at what I've said on how hard it was to grow up in the deep South as a brown girl. Anybody can look at the fact that when we had 9 amazing souls die in Mother Emanuel Church, I did something that no Republican or Democrat ever wanted to touch, which was call for the Confederate flag to come down because it would take 2/3 of the House and Senate and was an impossible feat.
So yes, there's Nikki Haley playing the race card. If anything else points to Nikki Haley being a rhino, it's this one. Playing the race card, playing the victim card. That's Nikki Haley. She is not a conservative. She is a rhino. She plays the woman card all the time, thinking that she should be given a pass because she is a woman. Like, listen, lady, you're running to be president of the United States. You are a shill for the military contractors. You are an empty suit. You should not be given an empty pass. And this is exactly what Vivek Ramaswamy didn't do. He did not give Nikki Haley an empty pass because this is exactly what Nikki Haley is right here. And no one says it better and more articulate than Vivek Ramaswamy.
After she steps down, her family starts a military contracting firm, Allied Defense LLC. If the mainstream press were doing their decisions, Allied Defense should have to disclose who their clients are. I did something that no normal business people don't do. I've put up 20 years of my tax records, personal tax filings. She should put up 20 years of her personal tax filings and put up the clients of Allied Defense LLC. If you're running for U.S. president, tell us who the damn clients are of the military contractor that you started, presumably using your connections from the UN. Starts the military contracting firm. Starts, again, then serving on the board of Boeing. Ends up giving secretive speaking fees from foreign actors while also running a military contracting firm. Think about that. It's Hillary Clinton on steroids. You could just go down the list. She's somebody who literally during this presidential campaign, as far as I know, it's unprecedented in U.S. presidential election history, collecting corporate stock options while running for U.S. president. And now she's a multimillionaire.
She's Hillary Clinton on steroids. You know, that's pretty harsh, but I actually agree with Vivek right here. She pretends to be a conservative. She's running as a Republican. That is about as rhino as it gets when you look at her past and you see that she started a military contracting firm. She is on the board of Boeing. She collects money from speaking fees, all this shady money from speaking fees. That's exactly what Hillary Clinton did. So drawing this parallel between her and Hillary Clinton, if you look at it and you compare, it's like it's the same picture. Have you guys ever seen that meme from The Office where they have two pictures side by side and they're, a little bit different, but they say corporate wants you to find the differences in these pictures. And then Pam says, they're the same picture. You put Nikki Haley and Hillary Clinton side by side, they're the same picture. But even though Donald Trump has already addressed the rumors of Nikki Haley being his VP potentially, Roger Stone actually thinks that Nikki Haley is vying to be his vice president, much to the chagrin of every single Trump supporter in the entire world. If there's one VP that Donald Trump should not pick, it's Nikki Haley.
But what the hell's Nikki Haley doing?
She's hanging on to try to be vice president is what she's doing. Well, I couldn't agree more, but she is the epitome of the Bush-Cheney, when's the next foreign war wing of the Republican Party. And they, I think, would try to force her on the ticket. I think she's going to get beat tomorrow in New Hampshire by, 18, 19, 20 points. And then we head to her home state, where I think she's going to get shellacked. It's not incidental that the governor of South Carolina, Henry McMaster, very good guy, the lieutenant governor, most of the members of his cabinet, most of the leaders, all the leaders of their legislature were all in New Hampshire yesterday and today campaigning against Nikki Haley.
So there you have it. Nikki Haley most likely is going to be a pretty big blowout against her. And Donald Trump is going to win bigly in New Hampshire. And then in her own home state of South Carolina, she doesn't seem to have very much support as well. So I think that would be the final nail in the coffin of Nikki Haley. I thought it was very interesting that Ron DeSantis saw the writing on the wall. He suspended his campaign. He endorsed Donald Trump. And it's really weird because Nikki Haley was the third place finisher in the Iowa caucuses, but she stayed in. So I think that just goes to show she has so much money behind her that they want to hold on to any semblance of hope. This military industrial complex machine wants to hold on to any semblance of hope. And they want to prop up their candidate to make sure there's no chance. And you know what, Nikki, I'm sorry to say. Actually, I'm not sorry to say, Nikki. I'm happy to say you have zero chance. But what do you guys think? Do you think Nikki Haley has a chance? Do you think Biden will actually run for president? Or do you think they're going to stick Michelle Obama or Gavin Newsom in there? Let me know down below in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. But until then, I will see you on the next one.